Yo, what's up? Part 2 for Sedan delivery. Last week we spoke about, and I showed you guys, fixing up all the back end. So I think I spoke last week about fixing the front, but I'm going to save that for tomorrow because that's going to be a pretty decent job. Instead, I think I'm just going to knock off a few of the small things on the list, like deleting trim holes. There's pinholes in the back in here. Little pinholes, so I'm going to drill all those out, weld those up. There's a couple patches to do in the back here where the boot floor door sits. So I got one either side to do there. I got a little patch to do in the spare wheel well there, so nothing major. I've only got a few hours, so I might just knock off some of this small stuff off the list. Possibly have a look at fixing any other small patches around the car. I know there's some in the roof. All very minor stuff, but it takes time, so I might just spend the day doing that, or the afternoon doing that, and then tomorrow morning we can pick up fixing the tie bar, both sides in and out. And then, if we get time, we can maybe start on a few other things like torque box or anything else that's left. At the moment, I'm still waiting for seals and quarters to come, so they're going to have to go on the back burner. Possibly could make a start on the floor pans, but we'll definitely see how we go. I know last week I bit off a bit more than I could chew, but better to have a plan with more to do than less. So we'll get started. I'm going to delete all the most of the chrome on this. I know a lot of the old school Ford dudes probably won't be too stoked about that, but I like the look. I'll keep the bumpers and headlights and grille, but I think I'm going to start off removing these and these holes down the side. Let's get into it. Alrighty, got a few patches made up from the back. One for the engine bay and one to fill the shifter hole. So I'll probably get to that tomorrow. But these are for in the cargo area. Just to fill up this last bit in here. One either side. So I'll sort that out, drill those out, tack everything up, get all these bits welded in, and that'll probably be it for the day. Let's see if we can get these holes welded up. So let's do it. Alrighty, got the rust or pinholes fixed at the back corners. Both patches in the cargo area come up nice. You can see there's some pitting either sides, but I'm not worried about it because it's been blasted and rust treated and epoxied. So I just had a swipe of metal filler over when I'm ready. But that's all the rust in the back finished. We're sadly out of time today, but I'll pick it up tomorrow. We'll do a big day on it tomorrow. Hopefully get all the trim holes filled, the front end fixed, and have a look at the floor pans. So I'll catch you then. Alright, it's nice and early Saturday morning. It's freezing cold here in Ballarat, so I'm going to warm up by jumping in and getting these trim holes welded up. Shouldn't take long, but nice way to get warmed up before diving into the front end. So I've got a patch made for the front here, to replace where the battery tray sits. So I'll just rip that support off underneath, patch the top, get the support back on, and then dive into this front end. Should be a big job, but hopefully I can knock it off before lunchtime. Fingers crossed. We're still waiting on parts like quarters and seals, so I can't really do anything there. But I might be able to have a look at the floor later this afternoon. I've got a couple of floor pans that can go in here. If I just get them tacked in, I'll leave them off to the inner sill because that's going to get replaced. So I might be able to get one side tacked in, or even just make a start on cutting it all out. Maybe even just get the floor out and clean up the inside of the rails while I got access. But yeah, we'll see how we go today. Yeah, first things first, trim holes, front end with the engine bay, and then yeah, we'll see if we can get to the floor. But anyway, let's get it. Righty, that's too good. So that's the outer ready to go on. Then this is the support I was talking about underneath. So I'll just clean up these so I can plug weld it again. Remove a little bit left from the inside. Yeah, clean all the rust off and prime it. And then yeah, I'll weld that patch in the top, stick that underneath, and should be good to go. Got these two pieces cleaned up. I've just cleaned up around this hole a little more. The outer fits in real nice. So I'll just smash that in now, and then I've cleaned up these holes to plug it on. So yeah, I'll just plug the support on after and make a start on the front. Got all the pieces made up for the front. There's a bit going on. I've got some supports for 1.6 and the rest is out of 1.2. So it's actually pretty good inside here. I've just cut it open to have a look, and I think I'll cut this out a bit bigger to fit the patch. Clean up the inside, PLR 15, rust treat it all. So that side will be done. That's super minor. This side there's a bit more going on. So you can see there's a bit of rust in the rail. So I'm going to cut off that, we'll cut it all out. Again, clean up the inside, rust treat it. And then I'm going to start with the rad support patch in the back here. So that's going to be this piece, the first one to go on. So that's just going to sit in there with a 90-degree flange on the bottom. And then I can do the outer for the the tie bar. So yeah, I'll just patch this bit. That comes right in underneath, welds to the rad support end to this brace here. And yeah, that'll be it. Then I'll just sneak that final little support in here. I've still got to clean it up, but 1.6, that'll just sit in there like that, tie it all together. Yeah, and that'll be the front done. So it looks like we'll be able to make a start on the floor pans today, which is very exciting. Yeah, this will probably be pretty time consuming, so I'm just gonna hook in and see what I can get done. Got to film the front going in, but yeah, front piece is in, and the back is ready to go too. And then I'll just finish off with the support. So I'll set the camera up now to do the time lapse to the back. Yeah, and then I'll PLR the inside. I've got to where I can from now, but I'll get a smaller brush and try to get up in there a bit more. But yeah, we'll set it up for the time lapse, and yeah, finish up the front, which will be sick as. Floor pan out, it's cut and ready to go in. Just got to clean up all the edges. See all the pus that's sitting in these rails, so I'm stoked to get rid of all that. I'll rust treat those, clean them up. All the crap that come out of it. But yeah, I'll just clean everything up, and then this can go back in. I'll leave it welded off from the sill, because yeah, I'm going to replace those. But I can still fully place it in around the floor. Back to the rails. So yeah, next will be cleaning everything up and get it smashed in. I've got the floor cut out, rails been rust treated, cleaned the tops of them, put some weld through on top. Got all the spot welds drilled, all the plug welds, sorry, drilled in the floor pan with some weld through on it too. So yeah, I'll smash this in. So that'll sit in place, and yeah, I'll just throw some tacks on it, I'll plug it in. I'll do all the plugs at the front. I want to weld this from underneath. So I'll wait till I put on the hoist, so I'll just tack it all in for now. But just to get the strength back in, I'll throw some tacks around it, and yeah, plug it all into the rails. Yeah, as I said before, I'm going to leave it off the sill, and then yeah, we can make a start on the other side. And that'll probably see us through for today. But getting heaps done, it's starting to come together. So I'm wrapped, super wrapped with how it's looking. But yeah, smash this in, and then we can make a start on the other side. Passenger floor pan installed. It's just tacked in at the moment around the edge. Still plug welded to the rails. But yeah, as I said earlier, I want to weld it from underneath just so I can clean up underneath and make the floor look nice. We're out of time today, unfortunately, so I didn't get started on that side. But that's alright, because we've got heaps done today. Yeah, the floor's looking good this side. Yeah, obviously the front's done. Yeah, we've got the engine bay done this morning. Got all the trim holes tacked up. So it's progressing very quickly, this car, which is really good to see. Yeah, yeah, I'll tackle this floor pan next week. I've just looked, I didn't have a close look earlier, but it is obviously very cooked. But it's the firewall that's got a fair bit of rust in it too. So once I remove the front floor pan, I'll have to patch that, which is easy, but just, yeah, time consuming. But no dramas. So yeah, I'll get onto that next week. And then I think what I'll do is, yeah, finish up the small other bits of rust that are here, like the A-pillar. Just a few patches around here. Go over the rest of the car, make sure everything's ready. And then, yeah, hopefully 2 weeks from now I have seals and quarters, because that's all that's left really. So yeah, if I keep going in this state of mind and keep the motivation high, keep putting in all the effort, I should be able to have the car finished in the next couple of months, which would be awesome. Not finished, but yeah, rust side of things finished, which is a huge milestone. And we can move ahead into gapping and panels, and yeah, looking at getting this on its wheels, which will be super exciting. And yeah, hopefully the snowball keeps rolling and motivation stays high. Seeing it come together like this is, yeah, it's awesome. Because when I first looked at this car, I wasn't sure if I was taking on too much, but no, I'm very happy with how it's progressing. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, I'll keep it up. Cheers.